All right. All right. Hey there, everybody. My name is Corey Jones. I'm with Compassion Works for All, and super glad that you're watching and meditating with us today. And you can learn more about us and our organization at compassionworksforall.org if you're interested in knowing more about us. I have been reading through a book here lately, and I came across an old parable, I guess is what I would call it, but it's about a man that's walking down the street and he falls in a hole. He didn't see the hole. The hole sort of came out of nowhere, and he was shocked whenever he got in it. Completely disoriented, took him forever to figure out how to get out. The next day, same man walking down the same road falls into the same hole. And again, a little bit disoriented, really wasn't paying attention, didn't see the hole. And so it takes him a little while to get out. Third day, same man, same street, same hole. He falls in, only this time he goes, dadgummit, I fell back in, and he just hops right back out, figures out how to get out really quickly. And then the fourth day, same man, same street. This time, though, when he gets to the hole, he walks around it, and I figured out not to fall in the hole. But then the fifth day, the same man shows up at the same street and goes, why am I even walking down this street? I don't have to take this street. I can go a completely different direction. And I've been chewing on that for a long time because there are so many applicable lessons from that parable, and especially when it comes to being mindful and when it comes to practicing meditation, because we all have our tendencies. We all have the holes that we fall into, and we're not sure how we fell in, but for some reason we just keep recycling, and we just keep falling in and falling in and falling in. And over time, as we mature and as we grow, we might find some helpful ways or some quick ways of getting ourselves back into a good mindset. But for some reason, we just keep falling in that same hole. As a dad, I see this often in my kids. And I can tell you when one of my kids is about to blow up or when they're about to overreact to something, my wife and I have taken to dividing our kids into matches and gasoline, because some of our kids are just naturally wired as a match. They instigate, they pester, they peck. And some of our kids are gasoline. They're a little more passive for the most part and easy to get along with. But man, once you set them off, their reactions just come out of nowhere. And unfortunately, we don't really outgrow that as adults. We can still stay in our reactions and our overreactions, especially. And just because we mature physically doesn't mean we always mature mentally and emotionally. And so this parable of the man falling in the hole has really stayed with me. And I've started to challenge myself and ask myself, what are the holes that I'm perpetually falling into? What are the reactions that I consistently have? This last week, I don't know when you're watching this video, but when we're recording it, this last week was the presidential election in 2020. And a lot of our normal, typical reactions really came up to the surface. And the way that we respond in times of stress and conflict, the people that we typically believe, the people that we typically don't believe, and our responses to those people, I saw this parable everywhere, just playing out all over the place, but especially within myself. And so I think it's really helpful and really healthy for us mentally and emotionally to challenge our reactions to things, to ask ourselves, why do I keep responding to this person or to this situation in the same way? And at some point, I think it's really good to ask ourselves, do I even need to walk down this street anymore? Do I need to have this relationship with this person? Do I need to be part of this environment, part of this work environment, part of this organization? Do I need to be part of this neighborhood or this community? Whatever it is that keeps pulling us down into those holes, is there a way that maybe we just don't need them in our life anymore? Because as we mature and as we age, one thing that's definitely true is that we get to a place where things no longer serve a purpose for us. And they were very important and very critical for us at one point in time. But now maybe we're at a point where we can just take a different road and we don't need to be on that path anymore. So that's all super vague and not very specific at all, but intentionally so, because I think that it hits us all in different ways and especially at different times in our lives. And so I hope that that gives you something to chew on about falling into a hole over and over. And at what point do you need to step around the hole? And at what point do you need to just take a completely different path altogether? So the way that we go about that, though, the way that we go about strengthening our mental resilience and the way that we go about making sure that we don't react and overreact to the same things all the time, is through meditation and mindfulness. Meditation is exercising that part of our brain where we stay intentionally focused for a set amount of time. And mindfulness is one of the phrases that I've come across recently: calm abiding. Living in a state of calm abiding, wherever you are, no matter what's going on around you, feeling yourself in a state of calm abiding with whatever is present around you. And I love that. So that's what we're going to focus on today. It's going to be a simple breath meditation. And I'm going to start a little timer for myself so that I know that we don't go over time. And I've got my bell here with me today. And so I'll be sure to use that. But if you will, just settle into a comfortable spot. If you're in a chair like I am, you can sit with your feet flat on the floor, your hands folded calmly, comfortably in your lap. Your spine can be upright, not rigid, but don't slouch. And let your shoulders fall away from your ears and let your jaw relax. Sometimes it's helpful to keep your lips together. Other times it might be helpful to let your mouth hang open just slightly and to just be completely calm and completely at peace in your face and in your facial muscles. So whatever way works best for you. You're also welcome to keep your eyes open or close your eyes. But as you settle into this mindful posture, let's go ahead and begin. And as I often say, don't try to do anything fancy right away. Just let your body begin to settle in. Notice the sensations that you feel in your body. As you slow yourself down, you might feel the pulse in your chest as your heart beats. You might feel it in your hands or maybe in your feet. Just be with it for a few moments. Notice any sensations. You can start at the top of your head. Place your attention there. Just gradually move your attention down, smooth out your forehead, relax your jaw, relax your neck and your shoulders. Take a breath into your heart center and let it fill up your chest. And slowly breathe it out. Let your belly be soft. Put your attention where your body makes contact with your seat. Just notice how it feels to be grounded physically. And if your mind wanders a little bit, that's okay. But bring your attention to the tops of your legs where your hands make contact with your lap. Down to your knees, your lower legs. Notice where your feet come into contact with the floor. Just let yourself sit for a moment with this physical sensation of being grounded, being rooted. Now bring your attention to your breath. Inhale in and out through the nose. And let the air travel deep down into your lungs, into your belly. And follow the exhale all the way to its end. Take a couple of more deep inhales and long exhales. And let your breath return to normal. But as you inhale, think to yourself, I know I am breathing in. And as you exhale, think to yourself, I know I am breathing out. And as you do this, start to notice what the rest of your body and what your mind are doing. Notice your reactions. I know I am breathing in. I know I am breathing out. Notice if you feel anxious or hurried. Notice if you feel stressed or self-conscious that you're doing it right or doing it wrong. And whatever your action or your reaction is, question it, challenge it. Why have I responded this way? Where did that sensation or that reaction come from? And don't try to fight it, but just observe it. And as you observe it, continue to breathe. Breathe in and out in a way that keeps your mind and your body rooted in the present moment and in the present time. If you find your mind wanders into the past to rehash things that have happened, challenge that. Investigate it. Why have I suddenly become worried about that? If you find your mind drifting into the future about upcoming plans or about a to-do list, Challenge that. Why have I suddenly become preoccupied with that? And then return your attention to the present moment and focus again on your breath. I know I am breathing in. I know I am breathing out. Become fully conscious of yourself as you exist in this moment. And go ahead and take one last final deep inhale and a long exhale. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for meditating with me today. And I hope that that helps you to get inside your own head a little bit and to interrogate and investigate why it is that you react to certain things and in certain ways. As of today, as of this recording, Thanksgiving is only a couple of weeks away, and especially as we turn our attention toward being with family, sometimes that can trigger some things in us. So I hope that you'll take this with you as well into those moments and into those experiences, and to challenge the reasons and the ways that you react to people and to situations, and to return yourself to that state of calm abiding, to just being present and being thankful for the present moment as it exists. So thank you all for joining us.